Good afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Non-League to Premier League. Right then, we've only got two games to catch up on very, very briefly before we run the intro and get into today's games. You was last with us for the 2-1 defeat at Eastleigh, obviously. We have since gone to Dagenham and Redbridge. We got goals from Devontae Aaron-Sibia, Joe Sparrow and Charlie Ball. Worth noting that Aaron-Sibia is again injured. Had him in my beta save and he played fantastically well, wasn't injured all season. So far in our save, he has been injured twice now, both injuries quite long term. This one's another 5-weeker. We then went to Wealdstone away and we won 2-1. James Ball and Kyle Hudlin on the score sheets. Wealdstone actually were never really in the game. They got a penalty from a really, really poor piece of defending, but we should have won by a much, much bigger margin in that game. However, it is what it is, folks, and there we are. So from there then, we are currently sat top of the National League. We are 1 point clear of Chesterfield, only 3 points clear of Hartlepool at the moment, who are our biggest kind of rivals in the league at the moment, and they do have a better goal difference than us and a game in hand. So we'll have to see how that goes. Right then, folks, we're going to run the intro and then we'll get straight into the games today. Right then, guys, here we are. As you can see, we've actually changed locations here purely for the fact that earlier when we recorded, Football Manager crashed and the footage was awful because of it. So we're against Notts County in the FA Trophy third round. We are going with a team of Boot, Hancock, Sheab, Trickett, Cox, Osborne and McGee in midfield, Ward, Sparrow and Donowa just behind Charlie Ball up front. Let's get into the game, folks. And in we go. So Notts County then playing a 4-4-2. We've gone from an attacking mentality to a bit more of a balanced mentality. They're a very good side, Notts County, so we're going to have to see what we can do now. Let's pump the fists and say give the fans something to cheer for. That motivates McGee and nobody else. So in we go then. Notts County start very, very strong. Kelly Evans proving a problem already. 60% possession here for Notts County. They're playing very, very well. We're coming back into the game now. 15 minutes gone. No highlights yet for any of us. And Jamie Ward, 17 minutes into the game, is injured. That is awful news for us. Rio Glean is not going to be playing as an inside forward. We know that much. And we shall bring him on, obviously, as a winger. In fact, an inside forward might suit him better. He's right-footed. Okay, we'll do that. That's what we're going to do, folks. Let's see how he gets on. Only young, bear in mind, little young Glean. That made lots of sense, didn't it, folks? Oh. Right, so half an hour gone and absolutely nothing really happening. We are coming more back into the game. Back into the game. We're on the ascendancy, but Notts County here. Donowa clears it then. Charlie Ball picks up. Back to Donowa. And Donowa goes down the outside of his man. His man's marshalling him really well, but he does get the ball forward. And Charlie Ball's there first, but Slocum comes to the near post and does collect. Kelly Evans then down the right-hand side. Plays it inside to Doyle. Back to Lacey. Lovely ball over the top for Leasley. He manages to get onto it. There's nobody running into the middle though to get onto the ball. Ryan Boot does well to collect. Launches it forward. Terrible pass. Kelly Evans is there. Plays it to Roberts. Inside to Doyle. O'Brien's not on it. Actually, Glean intercepts. Poor pass from Sparrow. Sam then to Roberts. He's got a man overlapping on the right hand side. Will he use him? No, he doesn't. Comes inside to O'Brien. Passes it to Sam. Goes back. Poor pass. Donovan then launches himself forward. I think they was expecting the pass to come into Charlie Ball. It does later on, and that is 1-0 to the Moors. It's a good start, folks. We started really... I say it's a good start. It's a good end to the first half, isn't it? It was very, very poor at the beginning of the first half. I think they both expected the pass to come into Charlie Ball a lot earlier. Ball does really well to get round the back of Lacey, though, and keeper no chance there. That's nice just before the stroke of half time. Don't let them straight back into the game. Turner with the ball then to O'Brien. And O'Brien charges forward without really being put under any pressure. Roberts, he's got the man on the overlap again. Still doesn't use him. Doyle. Leasley. And Leasley whips in a ball. It does find Roberts out to O'Brien. He's not going to shoot from there, surely. Shiab is there to collect. Lacey then brings it forward. Oh, and that is beautiful. Ruben Rodriguez. The pass from Doyle was lovely, you got to say, but we was undone there. And after working so hard to get back into the game, to instantly give away a goal after going one up is really disappointing, you must say. Doyle's ball there, though, over the top for Rodriguez is beautiful. His control to bring it down as well, really nice. And they're checking here for offside. I don't know why he's not offside. I mean, that was lovely. Mitch Hancock's then is moaning that he wants to come off. Some of these players, honestly, at times. So we ended the first half as the better team, as you can see through the XG, but very, very tight affair. I'm actually going to say here, I'm not happy with your performance out there. See if we can't kickstart them a little bit, get them a little bit fired up, see if they can come out now firing on all cylinders in the second half. Again, not much is happening. Roberts with the corner. Turner's there, finds Sam at the back post, and that was a free header at the back post. That should be 2-1 to Notts County, but we are happy that it's not, obviously. Clock is just ticking down here. So what we are going to do, 65 minutes on the clock, we're going to go into a bit more of an attacking mentality. If we've got any substitutes that we can use here now that are going to really make a difference. Osborne and McGee are playing really bad in the middle of the park as well, which is not good for us at all. Charlie Ball's having a good game. Our midfield's actually not playing too bad at all. And one of our central defenders is playing really bad as well. Let's give... we won't give anybody a thing, because if we do go into... I was going to make all 3 substitutions there, but obviously if we go into extra time, we're going to want some fresh legs. So we'll change it up to a bit more of an attacking mentality, see if we can get anything going here. And apparently not. The clock is just dwindling down. We would really like to see an opportunity here. And Rio Glini is now injured. That is terrible. We do have Cranston on the bench. Do I want to put Cranston on, or do I want to try something a little bit risky here? That's the question. No, I think we just do a straight swap. It's not ideal, though. Cranston, of course, is not going to be... Oh. Not going to be a... Where's my words, guys? Have I just brought him on for Charlie Ball? What? No. Not going to be an inside forward. He's going to be a winger because he's left-footed. That's the words we was looking for. Words just completely gone from me this afternoon. I do apologise. Kelly Evans then with the throw-in. Finds O'Brien. It's a long ball forward to Sam, but Shiab does intercept. Cranston's there to collect it. Plays it nicely inside to McGee, who's had a poor game. Finds Cranston on the left, though. Can he get a ball in? No, it's blocked. Hancock gets it in, though. Comes back to Hancock. Sparrow, McGee. His passing now is much better. Sparrow, he was looking for the man on the right-hand side, and that would have been lovely if Cox could have got there. Shiab then just smashes it forward really poor, and this is going to be a chance for Notts County, not Nottingham Forest. Sam then to Baldwin. He's got a man on the right, doesn't use him, uses Flanagan, and that was awful. Come on! Up steps Sam, Ryan Boot in goal, and Boot does get down to the left-hand side, but it's put really well into the corner there, and no chance for Ryan Boot. He went the right way, but he was never going to be able to get that one. That was a lovely penalty, you must say. And we are in trouble. Massive, massive trouble. Come on. Slocum then with the goal kick. Boots it out wide onto that right hand side. Cox does collect. Plays it inside to McGee. Out to Donowa. There are players in position here. Come on, Donowa. What are you doing? You can't shoot from there, lad. You got options. Trickier then. Back to Boot. Looks for Sparrow. Can't find him. Flanagan picks up the ball. Lovely ball for Sam. Sam somehow manages to keep it in. Finds O'Brien. Woodson. Flanagan. Oh, ball's pinging about in the box all over the place. Sparrow then on the counter-attack. He's got Donowa and Charlie Ball in front of him. Finds Charlie Ball, but a great tackle from Lacey. And Chickson just knocks it out then for a throw-in. Throw-in on the right-hand side. I believe Cox to take. Finds Donowa. Back to Cox. Ball into the box. Really poor. Ben Turner does collect it, though. And we don't even get to see what happened from the throw-in on the left-hand side because it was that poor. And that's it. All over. Out of the FA Trophy. Solihull Moors 1. Notts County, unfortunately, 2. Very, very even game. I mean, 15 shots on goal, 9 on target, so you can't even say it's like we was missing loads of shots. The keeper has obviously done quite well there, and we haven't performed as nearly as well as we should have done. So then, guys, we will cut there. Obviously, we've got another game in a couple of days. Top of the table clash against Hartlepool. Bit of a frightening one after that, as you know, I would have expected us to win at home there, or at least go into extra time. That really, really poor. We shall be back. Right then, guys, so we are back here now for the clash at the top of the table against Hartlepool. As you can see, 3 points ahead of them, but they've got a game in hand. So today, this is a really big game. We've got a lot of injuries, guys, which is something that we really need to think about. We're in trouble. We're really, really in trouble with this game here today. Having to play Cox, who's come back, is nowhere near fully fit, and we've got Aaron Sibier on the bench to kind of complement him. Glean, Cranston, and not Donowa. Who was the other lad who was out? Let's have a look, shall we? Jamie Ward, that's it. All out completely. So we are really lacking on depth now on the left-hand side of midfield. It's not good. Obviously, we're still missing central defender Callum Howe, who we could really do with. For this game, I might actually bring in Williams because Shiab has not been playing very well at all. And Williams is not great at that role, so we go there. Right, so we'll go into the game then. Let's see how we get on this afternoon. Could be really, really bad here. Not ideal for playing top of the league when you're playing your kind of closest contenders at the moment. So we are going to say, I can't even say I want you to play better than you played before, which is really the kind of thing that we would want to be saying here. Let's go with outstretched arms. Enjoy it today. Let's see if you can't just go out there, put on a good performance and enjoy the game. So Tricker then plays it to Williams. Very early highlight here as it's raining in Solihull. Donowa on the right hand side. He's got Cox overlapping him. Goes all the way though, Donowa. Charlie Ball is there to collect. A little bit fortunate there. Good tackle from Robinson originally. His central defenders didn't do him any favours, but 30 seconds in and that's a goal for us. Donowa then charges forward. I thought the ball to Cox is where he was going to come. And as you can see here, Roberts makes a great tackle. Central defenders and the goalkeeper just don't react at all. And 20 seconds in, we are 1-0 up, which is fantastic. Clock just ticking away at the moment then. I mean, we're happy now just to see it dwindle and dwindle and dwindle, but we could really do with improving on the lead that we have. As Molyneux takes in a corner and Donaldson, what a strike that was. Molyneux we know is a real threat anyway, but Ryan Donaldson, that was sensational. Only his second goal of the season, but first time on the volley. Boot, no chance. The man on the near post, far post, in all fairness, no chance either. I doubt he would have even seen it coming. That was a belter. Sparrow then down his left-hand side. Goes outside of Oates, but Oates does command him quite nicely. Donaldson launches the ball forward. Bloomfield's going to get there ahead of Williams. Ryan Boot gets just enough on and Williams does recover. Ball over the top then is really poor, and that's 1-1, 20 minutes in. Come on, the boys. McGee then with the free kick floats in towards the back post, and it's there for Ben Tricker, who gets his noggin on it, and that's 2-1 to Solihull Moors. Tight affair this is, but at least we seem to be playing a little bit better than we did against Notts County. And Tricker does make a nice run. Keeper maybe could have got to that, in fairness, as he was tracking the run himself. He was in a very good position. And as you can see, Tricker is well onside there, but you got to say, whoever the Hartlepool goalkeeper was there really should have done better. McGee again, lovely ball in. Donowa on his head. Oh, no, just over the bar. I actually thought the keeper got a hand on it at first. Ryan Boot then to take the goal kick, puts it out to Williams. Williams puts it forward for Donowa. Donowa comes back inside to McGee. Back outside to Cox. He's got Donowa ahead of him. Doesn't use Donowa. Tries to go past his man. His man keeps with him, but does get the cross in. It's headed out. Oates is on the ball now. Launches it forward. Tricker is there. Oh, Tricker's made a terrible mistake, and Bloomfield does capitalise on it. Will he go through all the way? Ryan Boot gets down. Makes a good save as he tried to pull the ball across the box. But that was twitchy bum time. McGee with the free kick. Williams is there, and Tyrone Williams, his first game, his first start in a long time because of the people we brought in. And that puts us in a nice 2-goal cushion. Lovely headed goal, and you got to say at the moment from dead ball situations we are looking deadly. Really productive there from the free kicks, and McGee has been getting some really good balls in. Very tight affair though, guys. Really tight. I'm pleased with how it's going. Let's keep it up. What we will do now is we'll bring off Cox for Aaron Sibia because we don't want Cox getting injured again. Obviously, really bad for us if that happens. Aaron Sibia is going to be a winger. And we've got to hope that Aaron Sibia himself can actually see the game out because he's nowhere near fitness either. He shouldn't even really be playing. But this is the situation that we're in. So we've just got to kind of suck it up and get on with it. It's Boxing Day. They've all had a nice break over Christmas anyway. So suck it up, soldier, and get on with it. 60 minutes gone on the clock then, and nothing really too much happening here in the second half. I don't really mind if the second half here does dwindle away. I know that it's not the most entertaining for us, but in terms of points and getting to where we need to be, it's probably for the best. 15 minutes to go then. Molyneux again being pointed out. 10 minutes, then 5 minutes now. Clock is just going, and that is going to be a fantastic victory for us. Final whistle, 3-1 to Solihull Moors. Very tight affair. We bossed the second half in terms of possession. Not so much in terms of chances. It was a very level game. But we got the win that we needed, which is all that matters at this point of the season. So we're coming up to the business end of things. I say we're coming up to the business end of things. There's still an absolute mile to go. But 6 points ahead of Hartlepool now, which is nice. 3 points ahead of Chesterfield with obviously 7 goals on the old... Wow, goal difference. Why couldn't I think of that? So we're happy there. So if we come in then to the schedule... We know that we are now coming up to January, so obviously we've got a transfer window to go through. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to play through the entirety of January so that we're not just coming back all the time after 2-3 games. And we'll come back here for the 1st of February, well, the first game of February, should I say, for the double header against Stockport and Notts County. We'll see how we get on. Obviously, I'll tell you if we get any business in terms of transfers in or out. Doubt very much whether we'll be doing much in January. Obviously, we've got a youth intake coming in as well. We'll have a little look at the players who come through there. Normally, they don't come through till March, but we should have a report soon telling us what kind of players we'll be getting. So, hopefully, that will leave us in a nice spot. Hope you enjoyed the episode today, guys. Do have a good afternoon, and I will see you on Friday. Take care for now.